Okay, this is my review of the JOYO Jackman. First off, before I go into playing it, just talk a little bit about it. I am really amazed with this. You know, I'm not selling anything here. I'm not, don't work for JOYO. It's just, it is a great amp. You really get that JCM 800 sound in this little tiny little box. Excuse me, my voice is cracking up a little bit. It's got a great tone. I want to touch on first too. I've heard a lot of people like asking, is it loud enough to play gigs with? And I've heard people say no, and that's just crazy to me. I mean, 20 watts. I've been playing my whole life is super loud. And any decent place you're gonna go to is gonna mic you up. I mean, I guess if you're playing a gigantic hall or a stadium with no mics, which seems highly unlikely, maybe you'd need something bigger, but it's definitely enough to play a show with. It's got a tube in the preamp, I guess, and solid state power amp. I don't know too much about that kind of stuff, but it is not fully tube, but I mean, the sound is great. I mean, this is a full tube Bugera here. I'm just using the Bugera as a cab, and it sounds much better than the Bugera. 3 simple knobs. You got your gain, tone, and volume. You don't need much more, really. I mean, like, it's nice to have like this presence and reverb and stuff, but really that's all you need. You need some tone, you need some gain, it's a great sounding amp. Let's get into listening to it, First off, I want to say it doesn't have reverb, so what I'm doing here is using this on a plate reverb. It's a new reverb pedal I bought, just to give it, some extra smoothness. And what I like to do to push the drive channel is just throw like an overdrive pedal. I'm using OCD here, just to get that push the gain channel. Cleans up really well. When I play it, what I do is I keep it on kind of a dirty tone, and then just clean it up by moving to the middle pickup here. I'm playing an Ibanez Prestige 2014, I think. And then when I go to the back pickup, I can get those crunchier tones, and then even crunch it up way with the OCD. So without further ado, let's put the phone down here and try to get the Jackman in the picture. Okay. So this is the clean tone. I don't really play the clean tone too much, but I mean, it's got that great, warm tone. I'm playing on the neck pickup here. Pickup is where I'd usually play. Just a solid clean tone. People say that it breaks up too much sometimes, I've heard, but it doesn't to me. I mean, I've played it a couple times in a live situation. Not a live, but like band practice. And the clean is pretty solidly clean. When you get to overdrive, then you get some more crunchier tones. I like to keep it here and then just clean it up with my, middle pickup. So I'll turn the volume down and use the single coil pickup here in the middle to get my clean tones. Kind of edge of breakup. If I need a little more, I can go to the back. And if I really need to push it, perfect tone. I find like a little bit of gain here is the perfect tone. You don't need anything else. I just leave it there. I have my 3 tones. I have a really clean tone here. I have a more broken up bluesy, and then a push tone. There's really not much else to say about it. Sounds great. Got a very warm Marshall tone. I wish it did have a gain switcher so I could, use the clean more. But, I mean, for what I'm trying to do, it's good. Let's see. It has a Bluetooth. I tried it one time, and it was like, my guitar was louder. So, for me, that's not a big deal. Maybe you want to do the Bluetooth. It works. I don't see any purpose for ever turning it on, to be honest. So yeah, that's my review, and that's my setup here. So all in all, I'm super surprised. You know, obviously it doesn't sound as good as a real JCM 800 100-watt head or whatever, but it's pretty damn close. And for 160 bucks, that's insane, you know. That's way better than this Bugera, you know. So it's a great thing, and you can play shows with it. Trust me. I'm in a heavy rock band. I mean, or like progressive rock, you know, but we play some heavy stuff and it gets loud, and it's just, this thing is has a lot of power.